What up, it's July 27th and I am 68 days out from my first elk hunt, and I am starting this channel to track my progress between now, then, and then even beyond. So I want to start this channel because I want to record and document my journey as I prepare for my first elk hunt and really just all my outdoor escapades. So I really love being outdoors. I love the pursuit of something greater. I want to be able to push myself and challenge myself, really be uncomfortable, and this hunt is my next opportunity to do that. And so on this channel, I'm going to be tracking all of my preparation as it relates to my physical prep, my planning for the hunt, the equipment I'm going to choose, the outdoor things that I do, because I love to be outside, I love to be backpacking, fishing, whatever it is. All those things I just want to be able to record and see, okay, these are the things I'm doing to prep in 68 days, and then when the hunt comes, see, can I be successful? And if not, where do I break down? Is it the physical? Is it the mental? Is it just not knowing a thing about hunting? So I understand there's a certain challenge ahead of me in a number of facets, and so I'm really excited to take that on, because I think hunting is a really great place to just challenge so much of yourself, and like being cerebral, really going deep and understanding what you're hunting, how you're hunting, control of your own emotions. I can imagine that it's not all going to be smooth sailing when I'm out there, and so I think it's a great chance to be better at just being comfortable, being uncomfortable, as well as just something really fun to prepare and a goal to work towards. So I think the physical part is going to be really interesting for me. I'm coming off of 2 years. In the last 2 years, I've had 4 orthopedic surgeries, both my hips repaired, and then a foot reconstruction and another foot surgery on my right side. And so I'm 6.5 months out from my left hip being repaired. And so I'm just now coming out of that and getting to like a healthy place, and then saying, okay, I'm going to go put this challenge on myself to go be successful in the mountains for 7 days. So I'm really excited to see, is my body ready, and what can I do to prepare for that? So that's going to be a big part of what I'm tracking is what do I want to weigh? How do I want to feel? Strength workouts, how am I prepping, rucking, and doing all the things, and just spending time on my feet, so that when I get to hunt day, the physical is just there and I don't have to worry about that, and I can actually just focus on the hunting part of it. So trying to eliminate as many variables as possible as I prepare, and then go measure myself objectively and say, okay, cool, like this year, how did it go? Where did I break down? So I'll be tracking all the things and that I'm at least deeming that I know about to be successful. And really just, I think it's a lot of fun to put myself out there and see, what do I have? Like, do I have what it takes? Can I go do a DIY solo hunt for 5-7 days in the mountains? So I think that's just a great opportunity to see what I'm made of and challenge my skills as an outdoorsman, and really just as an individual, because I'm working towards something greater, and it's just going to be so much fun to have this goal day by day, challenging myself, tracking the progress I'm making, holding myself accountable, putting myself against myself, and doing something that I would say like I'm pretty uncomfortable doing, never done, learning this new skill. So this channel really is about tracking that. It's not just about this hunt. It's not just about hunting. Really, it's not a hunting channel. This is about just a challenge and a pursuit of something greater than myself, and an opportunity to challenge myself every single day and put myself out there and say, do I have what it takes to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish? And I think there's a ton of growth as an individual, as I put hunting as the goal for this, but really it's just about personal growth. It's about challenge. It's about being really comfortable in the uncomfortable. I keep saying that, but that's really the theme. So we'll see how these next 68 days go. And we'll come out of it and see, after the hunt week, and putting all this on film and say, was I successful or was I not? And so a part of what the details about the next 68 days. So my hunt is in Utah, and it's the over-the-counter. And so I'm doing an over-the-counter DIY backcountry hunt. And this is going to be in the North Slope Summit hunting unit in Utah. So I'm going to be in the Uintas, and I've been to the Uintas a handful of times before. Beautiful country. Never been there in a hunting capacity. Always just been there for backpacking and hiking, and I love it out there. Super rugged. So it's gonna be really cool to go back, do a little bit of scouting. I don't have a ton of time to scout. I'll maybe get out there a couple times before the hunt. That'll probably be the biggest limiting factor, but I'm gonna do what I can to train and get some time at elevation before I get out there. I do have a little bit of time. Actually, I'm in Wyoming for like 5 weeks leading up to the hunt. And so that'll be really great just as far as like the fitness is concerned. I'm going to be doing some scouting too, just across Arizona, Wyoming, and then I will go to that unit before the hunt just to get some reps as far as like prepping for finding elk in general. Like I know that I don't live in Utah, so I can't just go to that unit all the time and understand where the elk are hanging at. But I can use, like I have elk country real close by here in Arizona. There's elk country where I'll be staying in Wyoming. And so I think it's a great opportunity just to kind of use what I have and get used to just trying to track elk, find elk. So I think that'll be really cool. The other piece of this is going to be all the gear. And so, I have a rifle I'll be hunting with. I got a 30-06 Tika Super Light. That thing's sweet. Although, I was between that and a 300 Win Mag. I decided to get the 30-06 because from my reviews, and I've never shot a 30-06. I have a 45-70, which I really wanted to hunt with, but the range on that, like I don't really love shooting that from the bench for an hour, and B, like that's just really not what it's for. I need every advantage I can get, and like saying I gotta shoot game within 100 yards is like not really setting myself up for success. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna go get a bolt gun. Picked up a 30-06. I wanted to get the 300 Win Mag, but I just thought, I'm gonna be better off training with a gun that's a little friendlier and such a light platform that I thought, okay, fine, I'll just, I'll swallow my pride, go with the 30-06. So that was a long-winded way of me saying, picked up my hunting rifle. I have a good outdoor tent, and I have a ton of gear for just being outdoor in general, sleeping bag, all of the like typical outdoor stuff, but a few other hunting things I got to pick up. I got to pick a proper hunting pack. So part of this will be picking the gear, showing what I'm going with, what I'm gonna be rocking with on hunt day, doing a little bit of load testing, trying to decide, okay, what's the right ammo I'm gonna be putting in the gun so that when I don't see an elk for 7 days, at least I, showed up with the right ammo on paper. So it's kind of a fun and a little bit daunting because you think about like, okay, I'm gonna do all this prep, and especially as a first timer, I'm gonna do all this prep to go hunt elk, and there's a good chance I will not see an animal. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not a hunter. I haven't been a hunter up to this point. I'm committed to getting into it. I want to be really good at it, proficient, and I'm gearing up as such. But there's no guarantee that I'm going to see anything. I could fall flat on my face for 7 days, not see a thing. Like, that's totally possible. So I think it's a really cool challenge to think, like, it's really this big, lofty goal with no guarantee, very low chance of success. In fact, that hunting unit in general has like 10% harvest rate. And so I wonder, for a newbie, what's the harvest rate there? Like, I don't know. So it's a cool challenge to say, okay, hey, I'm gonna do everything I can to be prepared to go be successful, understanding all the odds are against me, the numbers are against me, but I still have to prepare with the goal of being successful. Because if I just go, well, I'm not going to be successful anyways, like I should just go through the motion, it's like, well, then that's just a waste of a year, because I can't do this again until next year unless I decide to go do another hunt over the counter before the end of the year, which is possible too. But the point is, like, you only get so many reps in the backcountry hunting elk. And so it's a good comparison to just life in general, where you're not always guaranteed success. In fact, you rarely are. It's more like you put in the work with the idea and the focus towards, I know that if I have this plan, at some point it's going to pay off. That payoff may not be this year, it may not be next year, but I know without a doubt that if I continue to pursue this as a world-class endeavor of mine, I'm gonna get good at it. Like, it just is what it is. I put in enough time, I'm gonna get really good at it, and eventually I will be harvesting elk. I'll be a quality elk hunter, and I'll have the physical means to do it. I'll have the right knowledge about the animals I'm hunting, and then I'll just have enough experience to go be successful. And that's how anybody gets good at anything. So I think that's why this is so cool, is that there's just this big lofty goal in front of me that really there's no reason I should achieve this goal. And so everything says you're not going to achieve it, but you still have to prep like you're going to. So this is a great mental challenge to just stick with this for the next 68 days and say, I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to use the resources at my disposal to be successful in this. And success doesn't necessarily mean I've harvested a bull elk. It can mean, I go out there and my body holds up, and I, see some elk sign, and I kind of learn what not to do. Maybe I blow elk out of an area and I'm like, oh my gosh, shouldn't have done that. Like, there's just so much there's so much experience to be had, and success can look in a variety of ways, and all that matters is that I take this and build on to the next thing in the next year. And so this is about the habits and the lifestyle that I'm pursuing, which is like, I just want to be better at everything I do every day. And so what better thing to pursue than this thing that challenges my body, it challenges my mind in so many ways. So that's the purpose of this channel, and there's going to be some just a lot of rambling for me, a lot of sweat, a lot of hopefully no blood, but just a lot of pursuit towards doing some cool stuff, getting in the backcountry, getting after it every single day, putting goals in front of me, putting my physical goals, putting my mental goals, putting the just skill of being a hunter, being a better fisher. I love to fish all the time. So be putting that on film, being a great outdoorsman. So what better way to pursue this than being hunting? I think it's the perfect fit. So let's go. Let's get after it.